Oh, Victoria Amos, professional widow. A massive thank you to everyone for listening today. Big thanks to Sally Traffic, Luscious Lottie, not Mummy Linda today, Saturday. Oh, there she's doing the face, Laura's doing it. Ricardo for keeping us on air, producer Si, and most importantly to you lot at home. I am off to Strictly for the first big dance of the series. We can't wait. But as ever, this is Radio 2 on the BBC Sounds app, on your smart speaker, and on 88 to 91 FM.
BBC News at 6 o'clock. This is Nikki Cardwell. The Labour leader Sir Keir Starmer says the Conservatives have shown their true colours by announcing tax cuts which help the wealthy. Arriving in Liverpool for the start of his party conference, Sir Keir pledged that Labour would fight for an economy that helped working people. The Shadow Secretary for Digital, Culture, Media and Sport, Lucy Powell, dismissed government arguments that tax cuts would help the economy grow to the benefit of everyone.
They believe that somehow that's first of all going to stimulate growth, which we disagree with, but secondly that then that growth, they say, will then trickle down to everybody else. Well, that just won't happen, and we've had that economic experiment in this country for the last 30 years, and it's not worked for people here in Liverpool and in the north of England over that 30-year period, and we don't believe it will work again.
Thousands more people have been trying to flee Russia to avoid being called to fight in Ukraine. A long queue of cars is reported to be waiting to cross into neighbouring Georgia, while Finland has also seen a sharp spike in arrivals. Matti Pitkaniti is an official at Finland's border authority.
Finland now sees increase in the border traffic at the Finnish-Russian land border, especially in the southeastern Finland, which connects our capital Helsinki to city of St. Petersburg area. So, for example, yesterday, some 7,667 Russians arrived, which is a clear increase compared to the last week when we had on Friday some 3,500 Russians entering Finland.
The Ministry of Defence says more than 650 migrants crossed the Channel in 15 small boats yesterday. It brings this year's total to more than 32,000 people. Simon Jones reports.
Almost 2,500 migrants have made the crossing in the past 3 days. The ISU union, which represents some Border Force staff, says its members are under huge pressure because the Home Office has been struggling to find accommodation for people to move on to, with hotel rooms in short supply. For a period, large tents were put up in Dover to provide temporary shelter. In a statement, the Home Office said it had a range of accommodation options and it utilised all of them as necessary. The weather in the Channel is forecast to be windy for the next few days, which should bring a halt to the crossings and provide some time to help clear the backlog of people.
500,000 people in eastern Canada are without power as the region is battered by a huge storm. Post-tropical cyclone Fiona brought winds of more than 90 miles an hour, tearing down power lines and trees in Nova Scotia and Prince Edward Island. A retired Humberside police dog who was shot 3 times while on duty has been given a Lifetime Achievement Award. Logan, the German Shepherd, stopped a suspected murderer during a chase in 2018, despite both him and his handler being shot. PC Ian Sweeney said he was overjoyed that his soulmate had been recognised for his services. And the weather mainly dry and clear, but showers will linger in coastal areas in the southeast of England. And there'll be some patchy drizzle in northwestern areas later. BBC News, it's 3 minutes past 6.
Oh, I live for the dog stories at the end of the news, Nikki. Thank you very much.
I try to disguise